My dear friends, another video today. We are going to make them, we are going to make a few videos today, so you will see me dressed all in the same way, even if I'm going to release these videos at different times. So do not be mistaken, there are different videos, but it's always me. So, this time I would have had told you that I would have spoken about nibs. Today we are going to make an insight on an Italian company, one of the few that makes its own nibs in-house, which is Aurora. Aurora is one of the oldest Italian pen companies. Was established in 1919, and the company has always been owned by the same family, Verona, and so it's a long history. It's probably one of the it's the history of fountain pen in Italy. The company is located in Torino, which is a nice city in the northwestern part of Italy, near the Alps, and it's really beautiful. In the company, in the same old building that has always been there, there is very recently has been opened a very beautiful museum about the fountain pen history and the fountain pen of Aurora especially, of course. So I invite you to come to Italy, of course, and to go and make a visit there, especially if you are a pen enthusiast like all of us, because it's really worth doing, to see the company, to see how the pens are made, and to have a brief introduction into the history of writing instruments and fountain pens especially. So after this little introduction, I will show you what Aurora makes better than other companies, and of course we're talking about nibs. So Patrizia will show you now this very nice exposition of the different stages that bring us to the nibs, to the final nibs. I'm going to help Patrizia maybe to have less reflection on this portrait here. You see how long it is, the process in the line of production of nibs. So we have starting from the cut to all the different rounds to have it smooth, to the cutting of the shape of the holes, then the part that goes in the furnace, the annealing in the furnace, the stamp, the engraving of the logo of Aurora, then the wheeled of iridium, and the grinding, the shape, the polishing, and the machine de burr, and the final hand polishing that brings to the nib, to the final nib as we know it. Aurora does not only make its own nibs, but it has another treasure in its own company, which is Filippo, who I dubbed the only Italian nib master existing, because especially for those lucky friends of us that follow us from US, you are blessed of a lot of great nib masters that what we lack here in Italy, unfortunately. But we have Filippo that makes a very good job, of course only for Aurora, and it must be this way. So Aurora, this beautiful nib that I have shown you, which is made in 14 or 18 solid 18 carats. It's available in a very big range selection of sizes. We start from extra fine that I will show you here. We have a nice beautiful Optima series 365, the limited edition one, which is have beautiful colors. And here we can see the ink window, typical of Aurora, of the piston filling, and this is the nib we are talking about. In this particular case we have a rhodium plated version, and this enchanting nib is available as extra fine, fine, medium and broad, the 4 classic sizes. Then we have a double broad, we have an italic, there is a stub which can be made in different sizes. In that case, not everyone knows this. I don't know if I should say this because Filippo will be hungry with me, but you can ask me to get the stub in the size that you prefer, because the standard one, if you ask for a stub from Aurora, it's around 1.3, around among 1.1 and 1.3. But if you need something else, you have to ask. Then we have the famous 3 sizes of the gotcha or drop nib, which I invite you to take a look at my previous videos. There is one where I show you perfectly these 3 amazing nibs, 3 because the sizes are fine, medium and large. And it's called also Chinese calligraphy nib by Aurora, because comes from the Oriental tradition of nibs. So it's cut in a way that allows you to have different variations of sizes depending on the angle you put the nib on the paper. The more vertical, the thinner the line. They are wonderful. So they are 3. And then we have the flexible nibs that the Aurora has introduced a few years ago, both in 14 and 18 karat. And is there? No, these are all the range of nibs. So we are talking, if I'm not mistaken, there are 11, 12 different sizes, and all the little variations that you can ask for. What I like especially of the Aurora nibs is their peculiarity among the Western ones, because they are pretty stiff, and so they write, as I like, more close to the fine ones. In fact, for example, if you order an Aurora broad, it won't be the classic smooth, butter smooth, with great flow nib that we are used to from Pelican, for example, just to name one. But it's less wet and less big, less large, the line from a broad. So you have to take a double broad to get a real broad. I will show you the extra fine because of course I love extra fine, you know this, and to have a better look of what I'm talking about. But before, I have to unveil the new pen that has come out recently from Aurora, and it's the start of a collection that will span on I believe 4 colors. It's called Trilobiti. But the heart of this collection is a demonstrate. At the heart of this collection there is a demonstrator pen, which is another thing that Aurora is very good at. The demonstrator pens. Look at this beautiful box. You have this pen that is called the Trilobiti Chocolate Edition, which is the first color in this beautiful chocolate color. But what is really special on this pen, it's not only how beautiful the transparency is obtained, it's crystal clear, but the trims, the metal finishings of this pen are incredibly well crafted, because there is a PVD deposition on these metal trims in the matching the color that of the that was the pen was dedicated to, chocolate. So we have the bottom part of the pen, the inside of the piston, which is nicely made in this color. It's unique, unprecedented, I would say. And of course the clip, the band of the cap, and to finish with the amazing nib we were talking about in this peculiar, unique color. Let's focus it if we add. Okay, that's great. That's great. We have the other part that is beautiful in this nib unit of Aurora. It's the ebonite feeder. All the nib unit can be unscrewed, so it's very easy to change from one to another. Aurora uses mainly 18 karat solid gold nib for the limited editions, like this one that is made in 388 pieces per color. The number is engraved, matching all the same color on the back of the upper part of the cap. In the box you'll find a nice little bottle of chocolate color ink, and Aurora inks are fantastic, are terrific, my friends. So I think it's a really nice limited edition to start with this demo collection, waiting for the next one that will be a cobalt blue one. But to end up this introduction into the beautiful world of the Aurora nibs, let's have a go with an extra fine. I use this sepia color from Aurora. I will put my glasses on, and here we are. Ooh la la la. And this is Aurora extra fine 18 karat solid gold nib. It's a wonderful, smooth nib. The line, as you can see, it's really fine, like any extra fine should be, but without losing in flow or fluidity. And the pen keeps on writing very smoothly. You can see, even if I go very fast, very fast, it follows me perfectly. And that's what many who have had the pleasure to enjoy an Aurora nib knows what I'm talking of. And that's why I believe this to be probably one of the best Italian nibs on the market right now. And I'm talking about, of course, the in-house nibs. So, a last a last argument about the demonstrator pens. I show you this was an 88 edition of a few years ago with the nice purple resin, alloy resin bottom parts of the pen, which is great. I just wanted to show you how the piston works, which is something that with a demonstrator pen you can see very clearly, and that is something that may help you understand the dynamic of the mechanisms inside a piston filling pen, for whoever has not aware. And so, my friends, this is our great pens. Expensive, yeah, they are a bit expensive, I won't deny it, but they are very well made. They are very well made. I hope you have enjoyed this brief insight into the Aurora world. I renew the invitation to go and visit the company, and because it's really worth doing. And see you next time for another video of Corsani. Bye.